You've been eating 1,200 calories for months, training hard, saying no to dessert, doing everything the Instagram fitness gurus tell you to do. And somehow, you're gaining weight, or stuck, or so exhausted you can't think straight. That's not failure. That's your metabolism sending an SOS, and you keep ignoring it. Here's what nobody tells you. Your body doesn't care about your summer body goals. It cares about survival. And right now, you've convinced it that food is scarce, danger is everywhere, and it needs to shut down the expensive stuff to keep you alive. Translation: your metabolism just went into power-saving mode, and it's taking everything with it. Your energy, your hormones, your fat-burning engine. By the end of this video, you'll finally understand why eating less isn't working anymore, and what to do instead. No magic supplements, no weird hacks. Just biology explained without the BS. Let's find out from the inside. Think of your metabolism like a smart home system. It's got sensors everywhere, monitoring how much energy comes in, how much goes out, and whether everything's running smoothly. The brain is mission control, watching dashboards, making calls. The thyroid is the power plant, setting the speed for every cell in your body. Leptin, the hormone made by your fat cells, is the fuel gauge. It constantly reports back, "We've got reserves. All systems go." Or, "Tanks are getting low. Might want to slow down." And then there's cortisol, the stress alarm. It shows up when you're under pressure, waving red flags. All these systems talk to each other constantly, group chat style, deciding how much energy to burn, whether to build muscle or save fat, whether you get to feel energized or just survive. Right now, if you've been dieting hard for weeks or months, that group chat is panicking. Your fat cells are getting smaller, so leptin drops. Leptin drops, so your brain thinks you're starving. Your brain tells the thyroid to slow down production, like dimming the lights to save power. Cortisol's yelling because you're stressed from being hungry and tired all the time. Your body isn't trying to ruin your progress. It's trying to keep you alive. And once that survival mode kicks in, everything you thought you knew about weight loss stops working. So, what actually happens when your metabolism hits the brakes? Let's break it down, system by system. Here's what actually happens when you slash calories and your body thinks a famine just started. Let's meet the team that's about to betray your goals. Leptin, your fuel gauge. Leptin is made by your fat cells. When you're well fed and your fat stores are healthy, leptin levels are high. It tells your brain, we're good. Burn energy, stay active, build muscle, keep that metabolism humming. But cut calories too hard for too long, and your fat cells shrink. Less fat equals less leptin. And when leptin crashes, your brain panics. It thinks you're in a famine. So it sends out emergency orders. Slow everything down, conserve energy, hold on to every calorie. It's not sabotage, it's biology. Thyroid hormones, your power plant. Think of thyroid hormones, T3 and T4, like the electricity flowing through your body. They control how fast your cells burn energy, how quickly your heart beats, how warm you feel, how much energy you have. When leptin's high, thyroid output is strong, full power. But drop leptin and thyroid production slows. Less T3 circulating means your cells literally burn fewer calories doing the same work. It's like your body switched from performance mode to eco mode. Same tasks, half the energy burned. You feel cold, tired, sluggish. That's not weakness. That's your thyroid doing exactly what it was told. Conserve. Cortisol, the stress alarm. If leptin and thyroid are the slow burn, cortisol is the fire alarm that never shuts off. You're eating less, training more, stressed about not seeing results. Cortisol spikes and stays high. Normally, cortisol helps you handle short-term stress. But chronic high cortisol tells your body, we're in danger. Store fat around the middle. Break down muscle for emergency fuel. Stay on high alert. You can't out-diet chronic stress. Cortisol makes sure of that. Your metabolism listens to what these hormones repeat, not what you intend. And right now, they're all screaming the same thing. Save energy. We're not safe. But here's where it gets interesting. This doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow shutdown, system by system. And you can track exactly when your metabolism starts to break. Let's walk through exactly what happens when you stay in a deficit too long. Think of this as your metabolism's slow motion meltdown. At first, everything works. The first couple weeks, you cut 500 calories, maybe more. The scale drops. You feel lighter, motivated, like you cracked the code. Inside, your body's still running on trust. Leptin dips a little, but not enough to panic. Thyroid's still humming. You've got energy from stored glycogen and fat. Your body's like, okay, we're using reserves. Probably just a busy week. This is the fed state ending, the burn state beginning. Everything feels fine. Because it is. For now. A month in, things shift. Around week 3, week 4, leptin drops further. Your brain notices. Thyroid production slows by 20 to 30%. You start feeling it. You're colder. Workouts feel harder. You need more coffee to function. Sleep gets worse. You tell yourself you're just tired, just need to push through. But here's the truth. Your metabolism just downshifted. Your body is now burning 200 to 300 fewer calories per day, doing the exact same activities. Not because you're lazy, because your thyroid adjusted the thermostat. You're still losing weight, but slower, and you're tempted to cut even more. Don't. 3 months of restriction, and suddenly, nothing. The scale won't budge. You're eating less than ever, maybe 1,200 calories, training 6 days a week, and your body just stopped responding. Why? Because leptin is now in the basement. Your thyroid has slowed by 40 to 50%. Your body thinks it's in a serious famine now. It's clinging to every calorie like a life raft. Muscle breakdown accelerates because muscle is expensive to maintain, and your body's in budget cut mode. Your NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, all those little movements you do unconsciously, drops by hundreds of calories. You fidget less, move less. Your body quietly shuts down the expensive extras. You're not eating enough to fuel basic functions, but somehow you're not losing weight. That's metabolic adaptation. It's not permanent, but it's powerful. 6 months of chronic undereating, overtraining, high stress. Your body has officially entered survival mode. Leptin is flatlined. Thyroid is crawling. Cortisol is chronically elevated. Now the real damage shows up. Hormones go haywire. Women lose their periods. Men's testosterone tanks. Hair thins. Skin looks dull. Sleep is wrecked. You're irritable, anxious, obsessed with food. And the cruel irony, you start gaining weight on the same calories that used to make you lose. Because your metabolism has adapted so far down that your deficit is now your maintenance. Or worse, a surplus. You did everything right according to the rules, and your body still shut down. Because the rules were wrong. So if you're sitting there thinking, that's me, I'm stuck, what now? Here's the breakthrough nobody talks about. Here's the part that feels backwards but works. You have to eat more to fix this. I know. You're thinking, but I'm trying to lose weight. Eating more will make me gain. And yeah, at first you might. A little. But here's what nobody tells you. Your metabolism isn't permanently broken. It's just scared. And once you prove to your body that food is abundant again, that the famine's over, it'll start burning again. This isn't magic. It's hormonal signaling. When you slowly, strategically increase calories, leptin starts to rise. Leptin rises. Your brain gets the memo. Oh, we're safe. Food's back. Your thyroid ramps back up. T3 production increases. Suddenly you're warmer. You have energy. Your workouts don't feel like death. Your body starts spending energy instead of hoarding it. Muscle synthesis turns back on. NEAT goes up. You move more without trying. This is called reverse dieting, and it's the metabolic reset almost nobody does because it requires patience. You're not eating whatever you want. You're systematically adding 50 to 100 calories per week, letting your body adapt, watching how you feel, how you perform, whether your weight stabilizes or starts to shift. It's like slowly turning the lights back on instead of flipping every switch at once and blowing a fuse. The goal isn't to stay in a deficit forever. The goal is to build a metabolism that's strong enough, resilient enough, that when you do cut again, it actually responds. Because a healthy metabolism is one that burns a lot of calories and handles deficits without panicking. Your body thinks it's doing you a favor by slowing down. Once you understand this, you stop fighting your metabolism and start working with it. And that's when everything changes. So here's exactly how to do it without screwing it up. Okay, you know why you're stuck. You know the science. Now, let's fix it, and your body's going to help. Start by adding calories slowly, not suddenly. We're talking 50 to 100 calories per week. Seriously, that's it. An extra tablespoon of nut butter, an extra serving of rice, half an avocado. Think of it like coaxing a scared animal out of hiding. Your metabolism needs time to trust that this isn't just a random binge before the next restriction. Track how you feel. Energy up? That's your thyroid waking up. Your power plant cranking back online. Sleep better? Leptin's rising, telling your brain the emergency's over. Weight stable or even dropping slightly. Your body just switched from hoarding mode to spending mode. If you gain a little at first, that's normal. Water retention, glycogen stores refilling, your cells finally getting the fuel they've been screaming for. Not fat. Give it 6 to 8 weeks before you judge. While you're doing that, prioritize protein and strength training. Protein tells your body, we're building, not just surviving. Your muscles get the memo. We're not in famine anymore. Aim for 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Lift weights 3 to 4 times per week. Even light resistance. Muscle is metabolically expensive, which is exactly what you want. You want your body spending energy, not saving it. Remember that budget cut mode from earlier? You're reopening departments, hiring back staff. Cardio's fine, but it's not the priority here. Build the engine first. And sleep like your metabolism depends on it. Because it does. 7 to 8 hours minimum, non-negotiable. Leptin and thyroid regulation happen during deep sleep. Your body literally repairs the damage, resets the fuel gauge, recalibrates the thermostat. Skimp on sleep and your hormones stay wrecked no matter how perfect your diet is. Cortisol stays high, that stress alarm keeps blaring, recovery stalls, cravings spike. Park the phone. Cool dark room. Sleep is not lazy. It's metabolic maintenance. It's your body's overnight reboot sequence. Finally, track metrics, not just the scale. The scale lies during metabolic recovery. It doesn't know the difference between fat and the glycogen your muscles desperately needed. Track energy levels, workout performance, how your clothes fit, body measurements, mood, sleep quality, how warm you feel. If you're getting stronger, sleeping better, and feeling more like yourself, your metabolism is healing. Your power plant is back online. The aesthetic changes follow, but they're the lag indicator, not the lead. The fix is simpler than you think. Not easy, but simple. Eat strategically more, move intelligently, sleep deeply, and give your body time to remember it's safe. And once you've done this, once you've rebuilt your metabolic foundation, here's what becomes possible. You've seen what happens when you push your metabolism too hard for too long. The shutdown, the adaptation, the frustration of doing everything right and getting nowhere. But you've also seen the way out. Your metabolism isn't broken. It's just scared. And once you prove to it that food is abundant, that you're not in danger, it comes back online. Stronger, more resilient, ready to actually burn fat when you ask it to. This isn't about eating less forever. It's about eating smart so your body trusts you again. The signals line up, the hormones reset, and suddenly fat loss stops being a fight. It becomes automatic. Not because you found some magic formula, but because you stopped treating your metabolism like the enemy and started treating it like the survival system it is. You weren't destroying your metabolism on purpose. You were just following advice that didn't understand how your body actually works. Now you do, and that changes everything. Your body's been waiting for you to figure this out. Stop starving it. Start feeding it. Let it remember what it feels like to burn instead of hoard.